Hey everyone, in this video I wanted to go a little bit deeper into the macros and the meal plans. And don't be confused when I talk about the macros here, because I gave you the protocol and I shared with you that if you follow the protocol you don't have to track the macros. But I just wanted to give you a sense of when you apply it, what the macros come out to be. So I wanted to share that with you, and also what types of meals do I do to make up those macros. And so for this week, the week, that started Monday, and so I'm partly through the week, plus I have my plan for the rest of the week. So I wanna walk you through that. So as you can see here, um, day one is Monday, the 16th, and then day two is yesterday, and then today's day three, and then I have my plans for the rest of the week through Sunday. And you'll see here what the daily plan looks like, day by day, and then you see here what the average for the week looks like. So you see my protein to energy ratio is anywhere from 3.1 to 4.0, for averaging for the week of 3.3, made up of this distribution, and on average about 740 calories, 111 grams of protein, 23 grams of fat, and approximately 11 net carbs. And if you recall from my prior videos, particularly the first one that's on this channel, you'll see when I shared the protocol, this fits it perfectly. So let me show you the meal plans that make up these macros to give you a better sense of how to apply this. So so Monday I had 8 ounces of chicken stock soup with cauliflower and hearts of palm. So I've shared this recipe. There's a recipe video on this. This is very simple. I take the organic chicken stock, and I add to it frozen organic cauliflower and hearts of palm, and I just boil that, and I add in the spices I like, some poultry seasoning, some garlic powder, and a little basil, some things like that to give it a little more flavor. I'm a big fan of the Redmond uh, seasonings, so the Redmond salt, and then they have organic seasoning, organic garlic seasoning, um, and so I add that to that. But you can spice that, season that to your likes. But I mentioned in yesterday's video and in prior videos that I add, these liquids in here to bulk up the meal, to make me feel fuller. So in addition to that, I had the turkey sandwich on the outer aisle, cauliflower sandwich thins. So I've mentioned before that I use the Costco organic turkey, and typically I'll have 3 or 4 slices of that on 2 slices of the sandwich thins from outer aisle. And then I add my added fat for the day, the 2 teaspoons of fat, so in this case olive oil, and that served as my first meal, which I had around 2 o'clock. And I shared with you my first meal is anywhere between noon and 2 o'clock. And then I have this with my supplements, and then I have this with my lemon water. And then meal 2, I had the same soup as meal 1, and then I had an 8-ounce cooked chicken breast on the beef, butter, bacon, and egg bread. And once again, that recipe is in another video. So that made up my day's, the day's meal plans. Then on Tuesday, I did the same meal as Monday. And then meal 2, I had the same soup, so this chicken stock soup, but I added a half a scoop of the Keto Chow chicken soup base to that for some added protein. And then I had the same sandwich that I had for the prior second meal of the prior day. So that's Tuesday, and you'll see this. I'll do my meal prep and in plan, and then I will, typically have the same meals for a couple of days. So I had the cooked chicken breast, so I use that up. So then Wednesday, my first meal was the same as Monday's, the chicken stock soup and the turkey sandwich. And then the second meal, I had the same soup, because once again I made a big pot of it, so I'll use that. So I had that same soup, and then I had made Keto Chow chili. So this is with a ground chicken breast added with the taco soup base from Keto Chow, and that once again is a video on this channel. So so that was my part of my meal 2 for Wednesday. Now tomorrow I'll have that same soup and the same lunch. It's the same as meal 1 from Monday. And then for meal 2, I have chicken breast to cook, which I'll have with some broccoli. And then I will have a protein hot chocolate. And once again, that's a video on this channel. But it's just a scoop of my Sun Warrior High Performance Protein Powder with some salt added, and then about 16 ounces of hot water that I pour into that and mix it. And the nice thing about the hot chocolate is, much like I talk about with the stock, those liquids are filling, and then having a hot drink like that along with the hot soup, it just takes longer to eat, so you're able to maximize your meals, the pleasure factor, by extending it out. So that's the plan for tomorrow. And then Friday, the first meal is the turkey sandwich on the cauliflower sandwich thins with the olive oil. And then I'll have a chocolate protein cake with that. And the chocolate protein cake, once again, that's another video on this channel. But it's just I make a bulk at a time. So I'll make 7, 14. In this last case, I made 28 at once, and I froze most of it, and I take it out, in groups of 7. But that's simply a protein cake is 1 scoop of the Sun Warrior High Performance Protein Powder with a little bit of egg, baking powder, and water and salt. And like I said, I have the recipe here in this in one of my recipe videos. So that is just very delicious. And then the second meal will be the chicken stock soup with the turkey sandwich, and then protein hot chocolate. And then on Saturday, I will have the same meal 1 as I had for meal 2 on Thursday, which is I'll have some, in this case, just 4 ounces of the chicken breast with broccoli with a teaspoon of olive oil. And then I'll have that protein cake again. And then the second meal will be a meatball sub. So in one of the video tips that I did, I talked about how you can make leaner cuts of meat taste fattier. So what I've done, and this is going to be an upcoming recipe video, but I've taken ground chicken breast, so very, very lean protein, and I added sausage seasoning spices to that, and I made Italian meatballs out of that, and I'll tell you, you'd think you were eating ground beef rather than ground chicken breast. But anyways, I make a meatball sub out of that, so I'll take that and add a little bit of Rao's red sauce, marinara or pizza sauce. And then I serve that with the beef, butter, bacon, egg, essentially the protein sparing modified fast buns that I make. And once again, that's a video here on this channel. And I'll add 1 teaspoon of olive oil to that. So, and then, and I shared with you before, I don't mean to tantalize you with these upcoming videos, but in addition to the Italian meatball recipe that's coming up, there will also be the protein sparing modified fast / protein ice cream video coming up on that. So I bought myself a Ninja Creamy for Christmas, and it is just fantastic. So I will finish that off with the protein ice cream. And then on Sunday, you know, same turkey sandwich with the protein cake, and then the second meal will be the meatball sub again and the protein ice cream. So that's what a full week looks like for me, a typical week. And then you see, just to reiterate, you see the macros that I had. And so this is about 750 calories and about 110 grams of protein, between 25 and 30 grams of fat, and you know, near 10 carbs. So so yeah, I just wanted to share with you how I pull this all together and what a week looks like, that's yielding the results I shared with you in yesterday's video. So hopefully applying this protocol, you know, going a little more in depth on this is helpful. And as always, I hope this information here is helpful for you on your health journey. And if you have any questions, feel free to put them in the comments, and I will respond promptly. Thank you. Till the next video, Rochelle out on Losing It on Keto.